Hi guys, my name is Trevor, teaching that there is another way. Today we're going to be talking about what is the meaning and purpose to your life. I hear so many people that turn around and say to me, yeah, but what am I here to do? I'm going to give you an idea of what I believed that I was here to do. And it's incredible really, because it's not about going out and really teaching the world. What your soul is all about is it wants you to understand what has happened. So what is the meaning of why you're here on the planet? What is this great good thing that you're supposed to be doing? I'm here to tell you it's about how to break the chain, to break the link from your ancestral lineage. And if you can do that, and if you can transform your family through transforming yourself, then that is what I call spirituality. So it kind of works like this. We've come through our life, we've come through our journey, and you have been created through a set of circumstances, causes and effects, through unconscious beings that have no idea of who you are or why you are here. But let's say one of your greatest challenges is, if you've had a bad time in your life, your job is not to be able to pass that on to your future. Simple as that, really. Stop and look at that again. If you are a being that went through a bad time in your past and then decided that here and the now that you decided not to be that past, and so therefore you didn't take your experiences onto other people, or especially your family, then you broke the chain. This is why Beamism and the power of be me in 3 letters, 2 words, which is BME, being me. I knew that I came here to create something different. So not only did I break the chain of my ancestral past, I broke the chain of what it meant to be a human being. But it's all part of the process, see? Everything develops. Everything can be changed. Everything can be transformed. It's like when I say to people, how do we understand what the past is all about? When you have heard me talk about balancing my emotions, once you know that you have balanced your emotions and that you can completely understand it, when you look at your journey, you will see that it was all emotionally fed. It led you to become an emotional being. But when you know that you have balanced your emotions, when you look to the past again to understand your journey, it should mean something completely different. So that's why I turn around and say to people that if you can break the chain, the patterns that you think, the emotions that you feel, and that you get to this point in your life where you say, I'm not going to be the person that has been determined by my past. But the past was important. What you failed to see is that the bad past was your teaching for you to be able to transform and grow. And this is why many healers seem to go through a very tough time. Many healers out there, especially the messengers that want to do something for the world, they've got something to say, but they know deep within them that they've got to change themselves first. And well done you for actually thinking that way, because that was happening to me as well. I didn't want to become an hypocrite. I didn't want to teach people things that I kind of knew the words to, but I didn't have the experience. So for many of you out there that have this deep yearning, this deep need, this almost drive that you want to do something for the planet, yes, you must do it for yourself first, because that's how it does change your world. If you can transform yourself as a being, then everyone will see you as completely different. For me, I had a lot of people turn around and meet me after not seeing me for, say, 20 years. And they were saying, my God, you're so different. You speak different, you say things in different ways, and it's really hard for me to associate that you are the same person. Well, that's my spirituality, or what I would call spirituality. Breaking the time chain of your ancestors is an incredible thing. It is a challenge beyond anything that you can ever imagine. So for any of you out there that have done it, then well done you. That is spirituality. Because this is how I see it. We come from the world of spirit, we come onto this planet, we learn, we experience, we do everything that we're supposed to be doing as a human being. Now imagine this, all of your ancestors that have been here since, I don't know, time begun, or since the first human begun. It's hard to know when your family started to arrive on the planet. But I see it like this. If you are still on this planet today, then your family were warriors. Your family were great survivors. Because your family from the past did everything in their power, unbeknown, of course, to get you to be on this planet where you are today, to carry the name on, to carry the legacy. I call it the relay race. You know, when we're doing the 400 meters relay, we're passing the baton. We're passing the baton to the next future generation of our timeline in our family. But this is what happened for me. Once I got the baton, I decided to stop the race. I was not going to pass my baton because that contained a lot of hatred, a lot of unconsciousness, a lot of uneducation, and an awareness that didn't know what I held in my hand. So the spirit world, the beings, your family that are there from your past are watching you. They're edging you on. They want you to break the cycle because they never achieved it. And so you have to get to this point when we talk about what is the beaming. Well, the beaming consists of every one of your family. Your mum's mums, mum's mums, mum's mums, mum. And your father's father, father's father, father's father. All the way down the line. So when I got this to be the message, I totally understood that I am here at the head of my chain, of my ancestors, to be able to make a difference. So I'm hoping that once we understand the Beamy philosophy, the Beamy way of understanding, that this is our new identity. The interesting thing that I love about the Beamy way is that we've been led to be called humans. And of course, once you're a human being, you're kind of put in a box, I feel. And if there are many people out there that are trying to tell you how to love, how to understand enlightenment, how to move on from A to B, there's no B point. There's no plan. There's no taking you out of slavery and putting you somewhere else. It's like changing from one religion to another. You know, at the moment, there's loads of religions out there. So if 1 minute you're a Christian and you decide to become a Muslim because you feel that it works for you, then you have the opportunity to be able to do that. But for me, where my challenge was very difficult is that I actually didn't want to be a human being. That's a big one, isn't it? But what was I going to be? If I wasn't a human, what was I going to be? So for me, the higher self kicked in and said, okay, we're going to create something different. This is the reason why you are here. But all of that plan makes sense when you understand that everything in your life has been executed for you to become the being that you are today. Many of you that have gone through such terrible times, such tragedies from your families, you are here as the healer to understand that if I can break this chain, then I can make a difference in the world. And again, that's how we do it. We break the chain. And the chain is all about being slavery. We're caught in slavery. So what do we do with that? How do we understand that? Because so many people have no meaning, have no purpose in their lives. So the greatest thing to be able to do for your entire ancestral system is to break that chain. Inside of you, in your DNA, what does it look like? It's a chain. It's many links. And that has got information inside. They say that they only know what 2 strands of the 12 strands mean. But when you get to understand and access that DNA information within yourself, then you start to understand where the information comes from within the remaining 10 strands. You have been told in your programming that you cannot heal. This is why the world is becoming unwell. Why should we be living in a world with all this great technology and all this amazing medicine that we have, but so many people are still ill? It's because they're not getting it. They're not understanding it. Look at what the doctors are saying at the moment, oh, you've got stress. You've got a virus. You've got a bug. It's kind of excuses in a way, isn't it? It doesn't make sense. What does it mean to have a bug? Where are these bugs coming from? Well, I realized being a human being was actually a bug to the planet. So for me, to mature, to grow, and to understand, and to awaken to the possibility of who you are, what's the changes that you can make on the planet? If you can heal the mind, heal your emotions, then you heal your body. So the most important thing about the Be Me understanding is body, mind, emotions, body, mind, energy. Energy creates the way everything is working. So if we can get the body and the mind and the energy working right, you can be clear in your task of understanding what is the meaning and purpose to your life. If you can break the chain, even by the way that you think, is good enough. You don't have to go out there and heal the world. You're just here to break the chain of your ancestral lineage. Many people, they feel a certain way. They don't quite understand why. You may say to yourself, I don't know why I'm feeling like this. This is not me. I don't know why I'm thinking like this. What is going on? But in your DNA, see, you carry the baton in the relay race. So imagine this. Let's say that your family passed fears into you. You carry all of the fears. Now you may say to yourself, my God, why am I so fearful? Why am I fearing myself? Where's all this fear coming from? That's what I'd like to call the dark night of the soul, because things are happening to you that you have no idea about. It's in your DNA. It's in your body. It's timed for you to access this information. And then you have to step back and go, hey, hold up a minute. Is this really me? Or am I carrying something from the past that has made me? Now that's an interesting way of looking at it. So if you can understand, and if you are questioning why you are like the way that you are, that's a question mark that needs looking at. Because I did the very same thing. Why was I thinking these thoughts? Considering it's my head and they are supposed to be my thoughts. Why was I feeling a certain way? Considering this is my body. So something was wrong. Something needed investigating. And that's when I decided to really understand who I was in this great chain of the evolution of our species. So if we are a human race and we carry on doing the same things, then is it going to be any different for the future? And I know there's many people out there that want to change everything right now. They want to see these changes happening before their very eyes. But what you've got to realize is we are in the chain. We are in the loop. And bit by bit, we are changing things. We are making a difference. Even though you don't see it, we really are. One by one, these little lights are turning on, some in England, some in America, some in Brazil, some in France. They're all over the place. It's not until you stand back and see what is happening, we really are making a difference. Supposedly, this planet is meant to be here for another 1 billion years. So if we can start something now and edge towards the light, and we are the beings that can make the difference, then what is the greater challenge? Because I believe this. I think we are the change. And I also believe that if we don't make this change, then the future is never going to change. This is why I believe that the awakening is happening right now. To normal people, like myself, like you, the husband, the wife, the baker, the butcher, the mechanic. Normal people are starting to see, hear and feel something different about who they are. There is a drive in you. There is spiritual connections that are happening within you. Things don't feel the same as they used to. Things don't seem the same as they used to. And that's where it gets a little bit rocky. But that is the form of transformation we are looking for. Because if we mess this up, you can say goodbye to humanity. And forevermore, we they just carry on the baton of fear. We're here to enlighten, to encourage, to inspire, to awaken, to love, and to heal the beings that are here now. Far too many people talk in the aspects of spirituality. They want to get in connection with their mum that's passed away, the father that has passed away, or you want to talk to an angel, or, importantly, you want to talk to God. But for me, once I'd understood that route, and I understood that I couldn't quite hear the messages or understand what was going on, how was I going to get the answers? I was going to get the answers from people that were here today and alive. Because let's face it, people, if you believe that you are going somewhere, then you have to believe so is everyone else. So we are here, definitely, to help people to see things in a different way. And most importantly, to be able to see themselves in a different way. So what am I saying? If you've had a great hard time in life, if you've had a very difficult time in life, I say well done to you. Because I saw it like this. If I went over to God and God said to me, did you have a really bad time? I'd go, yeah. He'd say, then you had a very good life. Because you went down there to experience everything. What was the point of it all just being good? Because quite honestly, I don't think anyone's really had it good. Because they'll always whinge and moan about something just wasn't right. And the most important thing I feel as well, when we look at the power and the gift of what is a relationship, we've all become throwaway products. Get rid of your girlfriend, get another one. Get rid of your boyfriend, get another one. But all of this pain that we're leaving behind, to all these people that we're 1 minute loving, and then we're breaking them, and then moving on and healing yourself in another way, or maybe you're just swinging from branch to branch, that ain't breaking the chain. That's called breaking people's lives. So the importance of everyone that you meet was meant to be. People talk to me about soul level relationships and twin flame relationships. Everyone's a twin flame. Everyone's on a soul level. There's 8 billion people on the planet. You only met 20. You may have had 5 relationships, 10, 20. That's all. Out of 8 billion, surely you must be able to find something in that that seems very special. Because if we don't, then we miss the game altogether. Everyone is playing their part, whether you know it or you don't. A beamy being knows that everyone it meets, it knows it's in part of the divine plan. And it also knows that the being that you are with, the being that you're going to meet, is because of what you asked for. And so therefore, the messages can come to you in many different ways. A beamy being interprets and it sees the messages from the thoughts that it put out. This is the gift of manifesting. Ask the question, but ask good questions. Is it of benefit, this good question? And you will see the answer being played out to you, because each soul is here to break the chain. Do not carry on the relay race. And that's why so many of you are broken down. You have stopped your life. You're questioning. You want answers. I can't carry on being this way. That is the importance of the soul. The soul stops you in your tracks and says, hey, what are you doing? We need to change this. Because if we keep doing it this way, it's always going to be the same. So if we can do it, if we can make the change, then we will affect the many people that will come to this planet. And they will hear our education. And for them, It'd be very natural. What people think is weird, psychic, medium, clairvoyant, healing, crystals, go back 20 years. You was losing the plot. If you was talking to spirit, talking to a mum and dad that had passed off into the spirit world, you was cranky. There's no two ways about it. But we're making this natural. We're making it normal. We're making it accessible for all beings to come that says, yeah, I speak to my mum, I speak to my dad, I even have an amazing divine connection to God. Why shouldn't we? And as for doing miracles of healing physically, mentally, emotionally, and, may I add, spiritually, because spiritually is to be able to change and break the chain of your ancestors. That is the true journey of spirituality, because you one day will become a spirit yourself. I didn't believe it at first, but when the messages started coming in and all the synchronicities started to happen, I had no choice but to really believe it. The more I was fighting that system and not believing it, the more I was wasting my time. The more I would never win. It's almost as if Spirit was saying to me, go on, keep on, try and get back to who you used to be. Not going to happen. We've got eternity, so you can keep fighting for as long as you want, but nothing's going to work. You are here, whether you're writing a book, or you're healing yourself, or you're going through depression, or you're understanding enlightenment, or you're studying some form of mystic teachings. All of your bad life has been pushing you towards that. Now you may be at that point where you're saying, but nothing's working. And I say, okay, nothing is working for you. But on the divine plan, it is all working absolutely perfect. And I say it like this. When you think everything is going wrong, be sure it is all going right. Follow your messages. Break the chain of your ancestors. Change your mind. Balance your emotions. Be the person you want to be in the world. So therefore, bit by bit, one light at a time, we can make a difference. Because if we mess up, then we failed. And I know that you don't want to fail. And I know that I don't want to fail. I'm giving it 100%. Are you giving it 100%? If not, come through to me, Trevor Isley teaching Beamism. Learn from me. I have the puzzle piece that may be the piece that you're looking for, that slots into your puzzle. And if we can share these pieces of this puzzle and build a bigger picture, then we are making a change. We are going to be the difference. So I bring to the planet the Be Me being. Balance, mind, energy. Balance, mind, ego. Breathing my emotions. Breathing my essence with a beautiful mind energy. Beautiful mind is what you're looking for. Put that in your baton and pass that to the next person you meet. And they will always remember you as giving them the greatest gift to life. Heal the minds of the words from being a human being. Heal and understand that all of your journey is in perfect alignment to who you are. Break the chain of slavery. Break the chain of your emotional voids. And there you will discover the Be Me. Get rid of the human being, rise up as the Be Me being, make a stand, be the cause and effect for many people to come. So here's my mantra to you. I see you, be you. The question comes, do you see you, be you? And on that note, I wish you well on your journey. Speak to you soon. Hi guys, my name is Trevor Isley, teaching that there is another way through the dark night of the soul. I'm here today to introduce to you a Skype meeting, a consultation with me for 1 hour live, so that you can speak to me about your problem and your situation. Now, if you do fancy a Skype meeting with me, then go onto my Facebook page, which is Trevor Isley Teaching Beamism, drop me a message and I will get back to you with the details of how you can speak with me and explain what is going on within your journey. Because one of the things that I've discovered is there's nothing greater than finding someone that knows where you're at. This is one of the things that I always wanted to find, was somebody that knew me, somebody that could explain what on earth am I going through. I've had a lot of emails wanting to speak to me, so I'm opening the doors for you, to give you the chance to be able to come through and share with me your journey, so that I can share with you the information that saved my life, basically. And I want to give this to you, because once you get this information and you work with this information, then who knows, maybe you will meet somebody else that is going through the dark night of the soul, or is going through depression and anxiety, or feels completely lost in life. I want to share with you this information so that you can then pass it on to somebody that may need it. This is where we're at. This is what we're going to do, and this is how we're going to do it. So as I said, drop me a line on Facebook, Trevor Owsley, Teaching Beamism. Send me a mail and I will give you all the instructions and the directions, and we can make a date and have a chat for 1 hour. Speak to you then.